Formula 1 just kicked off the 2025 season in the most chaotic way possible. Wet weather, 6 DNFs, a kick Sauber in the points. I'll be summing up the weekend, mostly qualifying and the race, in 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes? We'll see. Anyway, let's get to qualifying. Qualifying started and ended instantly for Oliver Bearman because he reported gearbox issues from the previous crash. An absolutely miserable weekend for Oliver Bearman. But hey, at least we can watch Kimi Antonelli ball out in qualifying.
Brilliant driver Gabriel Bortoleto to the line, trying to knock out Antonelli. He comes over the line, and Bortoleto does so!
Liam Lawson confirmed that he's carrying Sergio Perez's legacy with a quick Q1 exit. And also, take a look at the lap times. P1 to eliminated in 16th place, 6/10. Q2 saw the end of the other 3 rookies, Hadjar having the best time of all 6. Q3, a lot of fun. First, Verstappen takes pole. Then guess what? Piastri takes pole. And then guess what? Lando Norris, proving the doubters wrong, he takes pole. Ferraris, disaster. 7th and 8th. Yuki Tsunoda, he goes 5th. Albon, he goes 6th. How are the Ferraris doing this? Hamilton, you are not winning your 8th championship. But anyway, it's time for the race. And the first thought on everybody's mind before the race started, will Lando Norris bottle pole position?
Oh, the 2 Brits! Off the road goes the pole sitter!
But unfortunately, we couldn't get that answered right away because we had our first casualty.
So we talk about caution and gamble.
What off already? No way, Isaac Hadjar!
Isaac Hadjar went off on turn 1 and he was visibly upset. It's probably the most unfortunate start you could have. I mean, that is not a good confidence boost whatsoever. But I think he can recover. Hadjar definitely seems like he could be a good driver in the future. But finally, we get to the race, and Lando Norris keeps P1. I know, a shock to everybody. However, once again, another rookie crashes. This time it's Jack Doohan, and the safety car gets brought out. And during the safety car, we get our 3rd DNF of the race with Carlos Sainz going out on the final turn. So finally, several laps later, we are finally on with the race again. Lando Norris leads Verstappen and then Oscar Piastri. And then, a few laps later, the only drivers in contention for the win were Lando, Verstappen, and Piastri. Fun! Unfortunately, Max Verstappen's tires were completely cooked and he went wide.
Verstappen is off! Verstappen goes deep!
Leaving the McLarens to go all by themselves towards victory. 2 rocket ships in Verstappen, what can you even do? Norris and Piastri built up an absolutely insane lead over less than 10 laps, but we couldn't see the gaps because for some reason the F1 graphics were not showing at all. We could not see the intervals. Nobody knows what was going on there. They need to get that fixed. On lap 25, we got Ferrari with the most intelligent radio message of the decade.
Is there a leakage?
A leakage of what?
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
And now that the McLarens were running away with this, I mean, you'd think it would just be a boring race to the end. However, that is when the legend himself, Fernando Alonso, stepped in, changed the race. He sacrificed his car, but it created absolute chaos. So the safety car ends, and now we have, 15 laps or so. 15 laps of normal racing, you'd think, right?
In 3 laps, class 3 rain expected, lasting for 2 laps.
Class 3 is a lot.
Yes, this is what we see for the radar.
And as soon as the rain started coming down hard, both McLarens went off the road. Lando Norris recovered. Oscar Piastri did not. Oscar Piastri ended up beached in the grass. However, he has learned how to reverse a tractor, which helped him to get out and continue his race. It is still unfortunate that his home race was kind of ruined like that after having a really solid chance to win it though. So some teams come into the pits, some teams stay out. One of the teams that stayed out, the greatest strategic team to ever exist, the Scuderia Ferrari. Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and Yuki Tsunoda. Now, we're not going to blame Yuki Tsunoda here. He didn't have much of a choice. The Ferraris actually had a chance to win the race, and they completely fumbled it. We had 2 more rookies crash, Gabriel Bortoleto and Liam Lawson. This was just a nightmare race for the rookies. I mean, that's all you can really say. And the Ferraris finally come in the pit because of the safety car, and they end up behind Nico Hülkenberg in a Kick Sauber and Lance Stroll. That's good company. And in the final laps of the race, Kimi Antonelli overtook Albon. Piastri got back into the points. The Ferraris had a meltdown, and we had a last lap battle between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris that ended with Lando winning by less than a second. Following Lando and Verstappen, we had George Russell, who did absolutely nothing the entire race, but kept it on the road. Kimi Antonelli with an amazing debut, with an amazing strategy in 4th. Albon and the Williams took P5. I really hope Williams can do something special this season. They looked very improved. Stroll and Hülkenberg being P6 and P7 was not on my bingo card, but since they did the opposite of the Ferraris, they ended up fine. Then we had Leclerc, Piastri, and Hamilton rounding up the top 10. A pretty miserable day for the Ferraris and for the rookies. Overall, it was a great race to start the year. Hopefully we see more like this one. Or maybe McLaren will win all 24 races.
No. Wait.
And maybe the rookies will be able to keep it on track in the future races. Now, I know they're obviously not used to driving an F1 car in the rain yet, so they'll all be fine. Except for maybe Liam Lawson. Nobody likes that guy. And just remember, Kick Sauber has more points in the Constructors' Championship than Ferrari.